Last time on the National Walleye Tour, 40 of the top qualifying anglers in the country launched onto Minnesota's Ottertail Lake in search of a title. By week's end, rookie pro Eric McCoy dominated the field by more than 13 pounds, locking up the championship and more than $121,000 in total purse.
It's still hard to put it into words. It's truly a blessing to just to end up that way after looking up to all these anglers for my whole life.
Now, it's a brand new season, and we're kicking it off in Trenton, Michigan on the Detroit River.
Well, here we are in Detroit, stop number 1 for the National Walleye Tour 2022, and let me tell you, it's been a tough practice.
We've had some horrendous winds in practice, and it sounds like tomorrow will be even worse.
We'll just have to see what happens tomorrow and just kind of play it as a year.
Tomorrow is going to be a huge challenge, but you know what? Just thankful to be out here, and it's great to get the 2022 season kicked off.
Under less than ideal conditions, we've got 2 days of fishing and more than $420,000 in total purse. The road to the 2022 championship starts right here. This is the National Walleye Tour, presented by Bass Pro Shops and Cabela's.
Here we are, first tournament of the year, Bass Pro Cabela's National Walleye Tour here on the Detroit River. We've had to cancel this morning due to the wind blowing this morning. It's just too dangerous to go out, small craft advisory, so day 1 has been postponed till tomorrow.
Entering its 10th season, the National Walleye Tour, presented by Bass Pro Shops and Cabela's, continues to attract the premier walleye anglers in the country. Nitro Pro Drake Hurd is back after winning the 2021 Lucas Oil
This is Angler of the Year,
title.
folks. It is incredibly hard to get. There you go, buddy.
It makes me feel unbelievable that I can say I was one of the best walleye anglers in the nation last year against these guys. So makes me feel good, but at the same time, you know, you got to grind because they don't care. They're going to be pretty ready for more this year.
With the blow day behind them, anglers are back on the water, ready to launch the first event of the year. But conditions have been less than ideal.
So I'm extremely nervous about this thing. It's kind of been of a grind of a bite, and if I can get a few fish in the boat, you know, we'll kind of go from there. There's some big fish in here. They're kind of few and far between, but we'll kind of grind all day long, kind of see what the weather does, and just kind of play it by ear.
All right, here we are, day 1. The Bass Pro Cabela's National Walleye Tour on the Detroit River. Stop number 1 for 2022. Day 1 is underway.
Checking the numbers, we've got 110 pros and co-anglers on hand. The pros are fishing for a total purse worth $345,000, and the co-anglers are looking to cash in on $76,000 of their own money. Also in play are the sponsor contingency programs, worth more than $80,000 on the pro side. To learn more, check out the contingency programs at nationalwaleyetour.com. All right, getting back to launch. It's 32 degrees at takeoff. We'll see a high of 42 with winds out of the northwest blowing to 20. Heading out for day 1, we're on board with the reigning champ, Isle, Minnesota's Eric McCoy.
Morning, day 1 here now on the Detroit River. It's going to be a fun day out here. We got postponed yesterday, so it's a new day. We got those big winds came through, so it's kind of backed up the river, and we'll see what it did for water clarity.
With Lake Erie off limits, anglers are relegated to the river system, where high winds have stirred things up, leaving the water a muddy gray. Adding to the challenge, the cold conditions have delayed the spawn, and those big walleye have yet to move from Erie into the river, leaving anglers to battle it out in search of the smaller resident fish. Conditions are tough, but all 110 boats are facing the same challenge. And for much of the field, this first event is now more about points than payout. At the end of the season, only the top 40 in the standings will qualify to fish the No Entry Fee Championship, launching this August from Dunkirk, New York.
My goals for this year be just hopefully keep top 40 in each tournament and be able to make the championship again. I think that's the main goal, and just try to get 5 fish every day. There's only a couple people that can do that every year, and that's another goal on my list.
I'm excited to get the season going again, see if I can either repeat or just go back out there and have fun again. It was such a blast, and
the biggest thing I learned looking back at last year, is just taking it all in, whether you're on stage or out fishing or just taking in the crowds and the experience. But it's going to be fun trying to make the cut and come back out east here, play with the big girls again. It's a good fish. He might make another run.
Anglers are primarily fishing one of two programs this week. Jigging is the go-to for most, but in the dingier waters, you'll see plenty of hand lining.
Okay, take him.
We'll talk more about that in a bit.
There you go.
For now, Eric and co-angler Chad Van Buren have their first fish.
You can bring him right to the back and we can take care of him back there. Well, we just put the first one in the box. Nah, it wasn't a giant, but she was fat. It was 23 and a half, and I bet she was easily 5.5 pounds. But it's 11:30 here now, so we still got plenty of time. It definitely feels good to put that one in the box. It's you get to that 11 o'clock mark, and you're kind of start thinking in your head, all right, what do I got going on next? Be able to put something in here. With the weather today, it's not the most fun day to be out here, but we're just gonna keep fishing. It's got me shaking after catching that one, just getting excited about it. And it's gonna be a good day.
We're just getting underway on the first stop of the season, but there's plenty of great fishing ahead. If you'd like to try your hand on the premier walleye series in the nation, check out nationalwalleyetour.com for schedules and registration. We'd love to have you. And before you head out, be sure to visit Bass Pro Shops or Cabela's for the very best in gear and electronics.
Happy memories just come easier on the water. Our founder, Johnny Morris, and his dad knew this firsthand. They created a boat that was more affordable. Tracker, the world's #1 best-selling fishing and pontoon boats powered by Mercury. Proudly built in Missouri and sold factory direct at Bass Pro Shops and select dealers. For as little as $5 a day, you can own a brand new Tracker and make lifelong memories of your own. Bass Pro Shops, voted America's best outdoor retailer. Save even more and support conservation when you join the club.
When there's miles of water in front of you and hundreds of feet below, you need a boat with the chops to dominate, no matter the conditions. With the strength and technology to overcome the elements and the competition. Ranger Boats, still building legends, one at a time.
Incredible, isn't it?
Yeah. Well, with your home, auto, boat, and RV all bundled with Progressive, you've got the peace of mind to really wander.
Yeah, I just hope it stays this way. Once word gets out about these places, they tend to...
Are you done?
And there it is.
But at least your vehicles are protected. Let's hit the road.
Hey, fam. I am just at this beautiful lake that I just discovered, practicing gratitude, manifesting abundance.
The 2022 season of the National Walleye Tour is presented to you by Bass Pro Shops and Cabela's. Your adventure starts here. Ranger Boats, still building legends one at a time. And by Mercury Marine Outboards, go boldly. Trenton, Michigan on the Detroit River. High winds and cold weather have made for a difficult week, leaving anglers with few options. Jigging and handlining are the dominant programs, and even these are not without challenges.
It's going to be kind of hard. Anybody who wants to jig fish is jigging into the wind. With the current going one way and the wind going the other way, it just makes boat control very tough. The other thing we're going to do is a lot of guys are going to be handlining. This is kind of the birthplace of handlining out here. So it's going to be a combination of both. If the river gets real muddy, then it's better to handline, and that's, I think, what's going to happen with this wind.
Conditions as they are, most boats are focused on the river channel, chasing feeding schools of resident fish.
Detroit River is never about spots, like, where you caught them. It comes down to just building recipes. You need to have the right watercolor for these fish to bite, and then also the right watercolor per technique. You need clear water for jigging, the dirty water hand lining. So it's one of those things where you're more chasing watercolor and trying to find those fish within the right watercolor so they're even catchable.
Getting back to day one coverage. This is local angler Paul George, fishing his first event on the NWT. Paul's got a lot of history on the river and plenty of experience handlining.
All you're doing is going to drop your weight and your shank down to the bottom. All it's going to do is just pull your baits down. You just want to know that your baits are by the bottom. That's the whole purpose of that weight. Keep your gear down by the bottom. You don't have to constantly bounce that bottom. All you want to do is just know that your baits are by bottom. You just need to bring it down there, just kiss the bottom for a second, and you can bring it up. You can literally hold it there for a couple seconds, 4, 5, 6, 8 seconds like that. You already know where bottom's at, and you're going to go down, boom, hit it again, boom, hit it again. You're going to bring it up, do the same thing over again. So a fish hits, or maybe you got some weeds on there and you want to pull your baits up and clean them off and check, make sure everything's running true. Then you drop right back down, boom, hit it, and keep on going the same way. It's a pretty tried and true program here. Those walleyes are wanting those baits at a specific speed right now. These fish are not aggressive. They're so slow and lethargic. In this muddy water, you got to allow that Rapala to sit in front of that walleye's face for a period of time because they can hardly see that bait in the water. I mean, just imagine what color a minnow is right now. The walleye can't even see a minnow, let alone you want to see your colored Rapala, chartreuse, orange, whatever color you're running. It's next to impossible. So you want to stall those baits, but yet keep true formation and go upriver at the same time. It's not easy.
With 2 in the live well, co-angler Nick Williams gets a hook into their third.
Oh man, he's pulling so good.
Real slow. You tell me what he needs me to do. Okay, he's on
He's
the
on
bottom lead. See that?
Yep.
Put your weight in the boat and grab the lead. Grab their lead. He's gonna come right up.
Oh, yes, baby.
Yeah. Yeah. Hold that fish up. There you go.
There you go, guys. That's what it's all about. Right
Nice.
there.
Nice. Get it in the well. Get in there.
Back in Trenton, the tough fishing was punctuated by the fact that nearly half the field failed to weigh even a single fish. Defending champion Eric McCoy and Chad Van Buren managed 2 for 861. They'll finish the day in 12th.
That's a good start. That water is pretty dirty out there, but we're going to go back out there and do the same game plan tomorrow, and hopefully that water cleans up and those fish want to bite.
Kurt, what it'll do, one fish.
Kurt Hansen and Troy Cox brought 1 to the scales for 11:33, earning both a 5th position.
Thought there'd be a lot bigger weights today, I guess, but I don't know, to be probably in the top 15 with a 1 fish is definitely tough to believe, but it is what it is, I guess.
Chris Allred and Jim Stepp weighed 2 for 11:53 in 3rd.
We fished up and down the river. We hand line, we jerked, we jigged, we did everything. Finally, the last half hour, we went back down where I caught the one this morning and he pulled one.
Craig Sleeman and Ed Calloway weighed the only 5-fish limit of the day. They're in 7th with 10:35.
Headed north and just kept, working through water, trying to get some fish to cycle. And once we finally landed on a few fish that wanted to bite, we just stayed on them and, capitalized on the 4 or 5 bites that we did get.
Minnesota pro Dusty Minke and co-angler Don Shepard put 3 on the scales for 15.97 and 2nd place. But it was Paul George, the local angler fishing his first NWT, sacking up 4 for 18.50 and a big advantage going into the final day.
That's the way to catch them on a miserable cold day.
What a great day for us, right? Let's see what happens tomorrow.
Here's a look at the top 10 on the pro side. For the complete list of standings on the Bass Pro leaderboard, head on over to nationalwalleyetour.com. While you're there, check out the schedule and consider joining us for one of the season's remaining events. Coming up, we'll launch the 2nd and final day onto the Detroit River from Trenton, Michigan, right here on the National Walleye Tour, presented by Bass Pro Shops and Cabela's.
AFTCO. Any fish, any water.
She grew up fast.
Will she remember these times and continue the tradition? You better believe it. Tell a new fish story with Garmin.
Nitro, a rush of tournament adrenaline. Nitro, the choice of champion, where performance meets play. Nitro, a big water beast, a pure fishing machine. Nitro, release the champion within.
Born in Japan, using technology, innovation, and precision, Sunline produces the widest selection of fishing lines at the most technologically advanced line factory in the world. Manufactured at the strictest tolerances to produce victories at the highest levels of tournament bass fishing. From household names like Christie, Swindle, and Cruz, to young guns like Cook, Logan, New, and Welcher, they all trust Sunline to take them to the top of the leaderboard. Choose the line that will give you the strength to guarantee your confidence. Sunline.
The National Walleye Tour, presented by Bass Pro Shops and Cabela's, is also brought to you by Trenton Boats, the driving force of performance fishing. AFTCO, any fish, any water. By Duckett Fishing, pro-driven. And by Nitro Boats, pro-level performance. Day 2 on the Detroit River is off to a cold start. It was 28 degrees at launch, and at best, we'll make it into the low 40s today. On a bright note, the wind has laid down, blowing from the south at less than 10 miles per hour. Getting right into final day coverage, this is Elliott Rods and Ranger Pro Dusty Minky, along with co-angler Troy Cox.
Take that minnow, right like that.
Okay.
Straight. Keep it perfectly vertical, okay? And then say, get the frickin' net, bud. All right? Let's do this. We're gonna catch one right now.
Starting the morning hand lining, Dusty nixed the idea, switching from crankbaits to a jig and minnow combination.
Fish. Murky water, so. Hey, we're on the board.
After a day that saw less than 90 fish caught between 210 anglers, one fish early is a welcome sight.
I love jig fishing, but I'll do anything to win one of these.
On the pro side alone, there's more than $345,000 available today, including an $85,000 prize package for the champ. But before Dusty can cash that check, he needs to get past local angler and day one leader, Paul George.
Yeah.
Fishing with co-angler Matthew Millam, Paul is handlining. He noted earlier that he's really only keying in on a couple of spots.
Today I'm going to grind it out. My program's not going to change much from yesterday. We're going to probably be handlining the whole time. I'm going to stick to my guns here. We're not going to move unless we really have to. If we have to, we'll go from there, see what we're going to do.
Back on Dusty Minky and Troy Cox. With 2 in the Ranger live well, they're back to handlining, and Troy has one on.
Feel pretty good.
Well, when it first hit, it didn't. It's starting to feel better now.
What's that? Is it shaking?
I don't think it's a giant, but it's a fish.
It's a fish?
It's bigger than the 3 that aren't in there, that's for sure.
Yep, oop, it's under the motor. Grab the net. Grab the net. Oh my God. Yes. Holy.
I got you.
It was caught up in the motor. Oh. Take him. Number 3. Let's go, let's go. We got work to do. It's 12:30.
Those 3 put Dusty and Troy at about 8.5 pounds for the day. They got plenty of time. A couple big catches could set them right. Back on Paul George and Matthew Miller. With 4 in the boat, Matthew scoops up number 5. Yes. Weighing 4 for 1850 yesterday and adding 5 more today, Paul is going to be tough to beat.
Let's go back. Let's keep going.
Yeah, let's keep going a little.
Yeah.
Number 5. All right, here, let me get a slide boat.
Here it goes over there.
Checking my baits though.
We got our 5 bites, so we got five fish in the boat, and anything from now till quitting time here at 3:30, 3:45 is a bonus to us. So we're gonna go with it and see if we can pack on a couple more pounds. In this case, gaining weight's a good thing.
Winding down our first stop of the season, there's still time to sign up and fish one of the upcoming events. You can find schedules and registration at nationalwallettour.com. And while you're online, head on over to Bass Pro Shops or Cabela's for all the tackle and electronics you'll need to compete on the premier walleye tour in the country. This is the National Walleye Tour, presented by Bass Pro Shops and Cabela's.
In the relentless pursuit of domination on the water, one name stands above the rest. TH Marine's Atlas Jackplate. The power behind champions since 2007. The driving force that propels you to victory. More winners choose Atlas. For the fisherman who demands the best, Atlas delivers. Because every move counts. More winners choose Atlas.
Things you let me see. Things you let me see.
Gamakatsu, the innovation leader in fish hooks, is launching Nano Alpha technology in 2024. Nano Alpha is a new finish available on Gamakatsu's most popular hook styles. It delivers 2 times slicker performance, 4 times better corrosion resistance. Nano Alpha technology makes the world's greatest fish hooks even better in 2024 to help anglers catch more fish.
The National Walleye Tour, presented by Bass Pro Shops and Cabela's, is also brought to you by TH Marine, from Trenton to trolling motor. Sunline, the strength to guarantee confidence. And by Lucas Oil and High Performance Marine Products. Back at Elizabeth Park Marina in Trenton, Michigan, we're ready for the final weigh-in. Paying down 28 places, it's quite conceivable that someone could come from the bottom of the leaderboard and still cash a check.
We didn't see no fish getting caught. We didn't catch any fish, so we ran down to our hand line spot, and I think right away we lost one, and then I think the next 5 drifts we put 5 fish in the boat.
Ended up with 2 that I'd like to bump, but I'm pretty happy right now. It's my first pro event. It was an awesome event, and it's just great to get to fish against all these pros.
Just a great event, well-ran event, and Detroit River was tough for us all this week.
Overall, weights were still low, but anglers made the best of it, putting on a good show for the local crowd. Heading to the scales, Dusty Minky started the day second, weighing 3 for 881. He'll slip down to 9th, picking up $8,900 in payout and Ranger Cup contingency money. Cabela's pro Kevin McCoy zeroed yesterday, but made up for it today, sacking up $25.54. He'll finish 7th. Fargo, North Dakota's Brian Bjorkman dropped the biggest bag of the week on the scales for $28.55. He's got the lead with $35.11.
Competing against these guys it's a lot tougher than it actually looks. You know, I've been doing this for 19 years, and I've had some pretty darn good finishes over the years. But these guys still bring it, even the younger generation coming up to fish this NWT. I said the talent that they have coming into this is mind-blowing as well. So us old guys actually can learn from some of these new guys out there too. So with the sonar, we're all getting better, but it's a lot of fun.
Chris Allred wrapped up the week in third with $33.83. Adding in the Nitro bonus, he'll take home $16,257.
This is a great event. I hope to do, this is my first one. I hope to do more in the future. As long as they come close, I can make it and fish some more. It was a blast.
Down to one. This is your day one leader, Paul George. You need 1662 for the win.
It's going to be good for one, good for the other. 22-44. Paul, you just won her up, buddy.
And for his efforts, Paul will take home $88,215, including a brand new Ranger Mercury package, $15,000 in cash, plus $2,200 in Angler Advantage money.
I feel I got pretty fortunate the last couple days and couple that in with a pretty good program that I had. And man, that's it.
Here's a look at the top 10 on the Bass Pro leaderboard. On the co-angler side, Michigan's Greg Mulholland picks up his first win, taking home $7,518. Fishing as a co-angler on the tour is a great way to check out what competitive fishing is all about. For information, registration, and more, look us up at nationalwalleyetour.com. And when it's time to gear up, we ask that you support those that support the NWT. Shop online at BassPro or Cabela's.com.